Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the greatest wrestling podcast you'll ever witness live. Headlocks and Hangovers. I am Fresh Voice.
Are you sure?
Are you all right?
I mean, I'm putting
sure?
it out there. I mean, if you're gonna put it out there like this is gonna be the best thing you'll ever see in the world, it's gonna be the best thing you'll ever see in the world.
Okay.
You know? Who are you?
Hi, I'm Paul.
No.
I'm young custodian.
What a mess. All right. I'm glad you just... We're live, pal. That's what and Justin Marino's out there in the viewership saying in a JR voice. We're live, pal.
We're live, pal.
And who are you over the ways?
I'm the underwriter.
Are you all right?
I don't know. I want a bit to drink.
I don't know.
Speak English.
You're not my dad. How's everybody doing?
Actually.
What? Papa?
Can you hear me?
Wrestling happened this week. A lot of wrestling things happened this week.
A lot of things related to wrestling happened this week.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's not beat around the bush. We're gonna talk about Shad and Hannah.
Yeah.
But we want to save that for later.
Yep.
So if you have good stories or memories about them, or anything that you just want to share, put it in the comments, and we'll get to that. We'll get to that later.
We'll get to that later.
Down the road. That's right.
But first, let's start with a lighter note.
So that's you then, because it's not us.
Not us brothers.
Yeah.
PB Smooth's friends.
Well, the milk chocolate and the white chocolate, right?
Ebony and Ivory.
Together. Which one am I? So what
Anyway, we're gonna talk about Double or Nothing that was on last night,
Yeah.
and we watched.
We got drunk.
together.
I
We
got
drunk.
I got hella hydrated.
I was pretty tipsy.
You're welcome.
Man, gotta say, there's a lot of back and forth on this one online.
Yeah. I thought it was amazing, and a lot of people on the internet did not.
Well, there's certain things. I would say certain matches. Overall, I think the card was great.
Yeah.
Yes.
But certain matches, they had their moments where they, yikes.
Yeah, some of them were yikes.
There were more
So,
non-yikes than yikes.
Agreed. A lot of
Agreed.
good
A lot of
moments
good
out of
ones.
this.
So let's run it. Why don't we?
I mean, I'm gonna walk it.
I-
Don't rush me.
I'm just going to sit here and talk. I'm not running or walking. Nothing.
I don't think anybody in your family walks.
I walk everywhere.
That's true. I know you do. So the first match on the buy-in,
Yeah.
that didn't start until 7:30.
Yeah.
Was the Breast Friends versus Private Party.
The breath friends.
Yeah, you guys versus Private Party.
That's our new tag name, the Breast Friends.
The Breast Friends. Give the people what they want.
Zoom the camera out.
Oh,
Zoom the
God, that was
I
a lot of meat.
I don't have that kind of capabilities.
Good job.
Boy,
That
this
happened.
match was sloppy.
Yeah,
as
let's start with the first
fuck.
yikes.
This was a big yikes. There was a lot of yikes in this match.
A
Actually.
lot. Oh,
A lot of
yikes.
yikes. Well, you had the best friends going up against PB Smooth's best friends, and it was just, yeah, there was not a lot of good chemistry in this match. I'll say that.
No.
The flow wasn't there. It was choppy, but I mean, it was getting the crowd riled up. The crowd that was there.
Yeah.
Pineapple Pete live front row, loved it.
There was some cakes and.
I think probably the most yikes came from Private Party. I felt like
Yeah,
of all the spots that were botched.
that were of issue. It was from them. I would
Yeah.
say there's still a lot of youngness to them.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a matter of they're giving them like the management, so to say, AEW management's giving them the ball to run with it, and
Mhm.
they tend to fumble it a little bit here
Yeah.
and there.
yeah.
Well, I would also, I'll benefit of the doubt here. Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn have been away for a long time, and
Yeah.
the ring rust has showed. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit there and say that they're all sloppy and it sucked, which they were sloppy, but it's not completely their fault. They've been
No.
away for a while,
Right.
and given the circumstances in the world,
Yeah,
that I think they should give a little leeway here, but still it sucked.
yeah,
yeah.
it was a
I agree with
rough
that.
one. Yeah, but clearly there's no ratings out there right now. It's
No.
too soon.
Too soon.
Hi, Jeff Johnson.
Hi, Jeff Johnson. Shell's out there too.
Shell.
How many shots would you give that?
I would give that 1.75 shots.
Give it 2 shots.
Yeah, maybe 2 shots.
I will say, Private Party.
Dab on him.
On them haters.
I will say, Private Party did a nice little tribute to Crime Time where they hit the G9 in their match, which was pretty awesome.
Pretty
Yeah.
great.
And I'm okay with that.
That'll work.
We'll get to your comment later down the line there, Christopher Brown, when we get to that match.
Yes.
Okay. So then
Same
let's
for you, Joe.
jump into
Hi, Joe.
the casino ladder match then.
I won.
So-
Can we run down our predictions? Who got that first card right?
Uh,
I know I did.
You and Underweighter both predicted
think
best friends. I was going
yeah.
for an upset.
Yeah, I forgot to even talk
Yes.
about the finish. Yeah, best friends won. So for the casino ladder match, it was Darby Allin,
Yeah.
Colt Cabana,
Derby Erlin.
Orange Cassidy, Joey Janela, Scorpio Sky, Kip Sabian, Frankie Kazarian, Luchasaurus. Phoenix was out on injury, which is why Joey Janela was in. And then we had our surprise entry.
And my pick to win was a surprise entry before the match even started, before I even knew who it was. I said the surprise entry is going to win.
I thought Colt Cabana was going to win.
And I thought Luchasaurus because I was just hopeful.
But who ended up taking the coin, the casino chip?
Mean
Street
Street Gas.
Yeah.
You two fucks over there. You two
Chuckle fucks.
fuckling.
The
over there.
machine himself, Brian Cage, is all
Bert
elite.
Kreischer.
I was about to say Bert Kreischer.
Did you save it? You dropped your phone. Did you save it?
Hey!
Well, all right. It's okay. No, honestly, this match was incredible. Especially
It was a
for
lot of fun.
There was a lot of scary moments, but a lot of fun moments.
ooh,
Yeah.
Darby
Darby needs
does not value life.
Darby,
No, he
needs to
doesn't.
Darby needs to slow down. Bump ticket won't last all that long.
Right.
It's gonna be another draws up in here.
Yikes.
I mean,
Can't even
people
do that, can he?
people take higher bumps on skateboards than the drop that he did.
Yeah,
Yes.
but we're talking. What about the end?
The end bump where he hit his whole, I don't know what he hit, his ribs, his
Ladder
arm.
on the ladder onto the ground.
Yeah.
And
And yeah, people take higher bumps to skateboard, but doesn't make it any less dangerous.
No,
especially when you're in
no.
a wrestling too.
Right.
It's a short. You're putting 2 short-term careers together. It's
very
gonna
true.
hurt.
That's very true.
yeah.
Oh, your old boy, and he ain't got no meat on his body to protect a lot of that.
No, he doesn't.
I was reading through threads of all sorts of different groups this week where people just want Darby Allin to bulk up.
I don't.
Why? We don't need Darby
don't
on the
need
ball.
Darby.
I
bulk
don't
up.
see the value in it, honestly.
don't either.
No.
I think he's just fine. Small boy that he is.
Yeah.
Orange Cassidy is a gift to the world that we do not deserve.
Orange Cassidy walking over to the announce table, asking, "What's the rules of this match?" and then getting annoyed by having to climb the fucking ladder. Orange Cassidy is the best wrestler in AEW.
He is. He's a gift. He
Yeah.
really is.
Gift.
I was shocked at
The system.
how I was like, this can either go one of two ways. This is either going to be absolutely ridiculous in
Yeah.
context or just amazing, and it was.
And it was amazing. I'll be a party pooper here.
As you
and
are.
say there was a little. I found a little annoying that everybody would get the spots in, and then while somebody was coming out, the action would just stop
A
and wait
solid
for
pause.
other people to come out. Like,
Yeah.
let me just wait for the next move to go. Hurry up and wait. Hurry up and wait. I was not a fan of that, but when the action was going on, it was good action. But there could have been little bits of here and there, you know.
The
Yeah.
pacing was a little weird.
Yeah, I would agree with that wholeheartedly. I feel like
Orange Cassidy, a Jeff Johnson spirit animal.
write that
Shout out
down.
to that.
I feel like there's still great storytelling within all of it. I mean, Joey Janela coming in hot, trying to seize the opportunity he was given. Luchasaurus coming down and just reigning supreme, like the dinosaur of old that he is. And just, God, Brian Cage is such an animal.
He's not a human.
Brian
He's not a man. He's a
Cage
machine.
is a beast of a man. What a pop, man. That was wild.
Imagine if the show was live.
Yeah.
The Double or Nothing.
Yeah.
Like, not
I
our
mean, we're
show.
live
We're
right
live
now.
right now.
Yeah.
But the pop of seeing him, but I do think it's hilarious. He's like, I'm not going to AEW. He said his latest contract with Impact expired. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's doing from
Yeah.
injury, and
He has been 100% not going on AEW.
And
He's
yet-
been that. And yet, there he is.
There he
Never
is.
say never in wrestling. Yeah,
Yeah.
SCU started out against one another. in a
Kazarian
great
and Scorpio
start out.
Sky, I think that's fantastic. And honestly,
Oh yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
I,
Great.
I wouldn't be upset to see them like spread apart a little bit and just do their own thing for a little while because they had
Spread
their
them cheeks.
not that, but they had their first tag run, and that went well for them. But now they're all just I don't know. They gotta
They're all in limbo.
And they're great. I mean, they're great competitors, regardless.
whether
I'm sure
they're
they could
whether
be
they're a team or
singles.
whether they're individuals. Absolutely, I agree, and I think this could be a good.
And
start
the
for
reason
that.
why that they're going to split up is because Kazarian is growing his hair out.
Yeah, he is. He's
Yeah.
working for that epic heel turn.
CD and Sky are both bald.
Yep.
So,
Sucks to be
Mm,
bald.
mm,
Am I right?
I don't know what you're talking.
Fallen hair out angels, man.
Yeah.
So the next match on the card.
Wait, what
was-
would you give that match shot?
I give it a 3.5 shots.
That's 3.75 shots.
I'll just give it a solid 3 shots.
Three shots.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
okay.
underdoing it.
Oh yeah.
So the next one was MJF versus Jungle Boy. I had.
I had Jungle Boy, and I believe you both had
We
MJF.
both had MJF.
Did we? Okay.
I will say this. This is the best wrestling match on the card.
Agreed.
Totally. 100%.
It was very good.
Yeah.
I saw.
And it sucks that I had to vote for MJF because I am such a fan of fucking Jungle Boy.
You are a
I
Marcy.
mean,
Jungle
Jungle Boy,
Boy's-
not fucking
Jungle Boy's great. He's young, but he's
Literally.
killing it.
Been following the boy since Game Changer Wrestling days.
Yeah. I think I saw. Again, I've been going through all those internet threads. What you got?
We forgot about the little Marco stunt ladder in the ladder match.
Oh yeah, Marco came out with a little. I almost said a toy ladder, but I mean it's
a stunt ladder.
A step ladder. A stunt ladder.
Yes.
So many good moments.
All right, go ahead. Back to what you were saying on the internet.
The best way the people on the threads and whatnot about this match. This was a match of one guy trying to do everything he can do to come out with a W versus one guy trying to think of all the cheap shots you can do in one match and still get the W.
Yo, the cool part
Yeah.
when they were both standing on each other, standing on their heads,
Oh.
and MJF slapped him. Jungle Boy gave him 2 pieces and then rolled over and started piecing his face up.
Yeah.
That shit was tight.
Yeah,
It was
it was
lit.
like the storytelling in this match.
It was
really
so
great,
good.
Yeah.
And what was great about it is during the match, MJF did a lot of heel shit, like
Yeah.
faking an injury, pushing Aubrey Edwards into
Yeah.
the rope to knock Jungle Boy off. But MJF won without doing heel shit, won with a wrestling move, which I
Yeah.
like. He didn't even have Wardlow out there with him.
Not at all.
Wardlow took the ring and then bounced fuck off.
Yeah.
It was a good fucking match.
It was a great
It's a
match.
great match and it's a good show for both competitors.
Just looking at the future of AEW right there, and I would like to see this story can play out for years about how they started in AEW at just young boys, and then they could be the veterans still fight. Yeah, it could be.
Yeah,
cool shit.
not to
Yeah.
compare them to two goats, but honestly, this could be a feud, kind of like of two legends of like Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit, always just trading blows back and back.
and
you
then
know,
doing blow
and
back
just-
to back.
No, probably not.
No, it's happened.
Yikes. But no, I think honestly, one of the best matches
Yeah.
of the night.
It's the best wrestling match of the night.
Yeah.
Wrestling match.
How many shots?
Give it four and a half shots.
I was gonna say 4.5 shots.
I was thinking solid 4.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's good.
that's good. Not that. Cool.
That
Girl.
that
Girl.
So the next match on the card was Cody versus Lance Archer for the AW TNT Championship.
In
And I want to put a little sticky note on here. I saw this morning. People were talking shit about the AEW Championship or the TNT Championship.
Yeah.
That's not done.
It's not
Yeah,
done.
it's
They
not
mentioned
done.
that on commentary last night, but
Yeah,
we were
did
just
they?
drunk and loud.
Oh, okay.
You were.
Yeah,
Well,
we were,
somebody-
yeah.
We were playing a drinking game, and somebody's a stickler for the rules.
I mean, if you're
Per the usual.
The one non-drinker here, as is tradition.
yeah, tradition.
He is also
tradition.
Jewish.
But yeah, I am excited to see it when it gets complete. But I'm a big fan of Cody and Lance Archer.
Yeah.
I love this match. It was a real slobber knocker, if I do say so myself. And I liked all the shenanigans going on. I liked all the Mike Tyson pan overs where he's just like,
They shouldn't have put the camera on him when he was yawning.
no, they shouldn't have done that.
Can I just say during this match, yes, we were all paying attention, but the fact that both of you started with your Jake the Snake impression.
Oh boy. Oh,
Like,
can we bring that up?
I mean, I feel like, it's probably in.
We won't do it, but
You
we
probably
could,
won't do it,
we
but
could
what were you guys talking about as Jake the Snake?
So, Jake the Snake's promo on Brandy Rhodes was very sexist, right?
Yeah.
On AEW.
You don't say.
So at first we originally turned him into a disgruntled homophobic man,
And
and then we turned him to a disgruntled homosexual man, and so he is now Jake the Gay Roberts, and we are great people.
It was just what I would say about 10 minutes of us doing Jake the Snake impersonations about how he wanted to eat some pythons and whatever else.
And I'm just watching the
For some
wrestling like,
cheeks.
They
my
call me a
God.
snake for a reason, and hey, Cody, I would like to see them tights and stuff like that. It was hilarious,
You
and we're
said-
not good people.
Oh my
I don't
God.
remember the one
I-
you said that killed me.
What
was it?
if it's something I could say on this?
No, it
It's
wasn't.
probably not something. Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
I will say about this match, and it sucks without the crowd, but without the crowd, Cody doesn't get that match stealing momentum that he's been known to have at AEW or
Yeah.
pay-per-views.
I agree.
Cody is one of the best storytellers in the business these days,
Yeah.
but without a crowd, it's kind of hard for me to latch onto him. And as much as I like this match, I probably liked it less than a lot of people did.
Yeah.
It was good, but it just could have been. It did what it needed to do, but it could have been better for me. But that's with what's happening in the world right now.
Yeah.
It's excusable, but still.
Well, that's I think that's what it should this have been live?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's what have made this such a good pairing for the both of them is because Cody does have that like match stealing momentum that he gets from the crowd, and Lance Archer has that kind of larger than life like kind of feeling from him when he's
Red Hot
outside the
Monster.
ring.
Yeah.
So
I do like the fact that both Jake and Arn were getting involved, whether it's bringing the snake out or the push on the top rope. I don't like the fact that a second referee came out to tattle.
Never in the history
saw
of
you.
wrestling has that happened.
Nope.
I
Ever.
knew what you did.
I knew you'd come.
Arn Anderson, I knew you pushed him. And with Cody being the face, Arn shouldn't be doing heel shit.
He just wanted to get his boy over.
No, if you're a face, you do face shit.
That's a coach
Cody
right there.
is kind of the face of AEW, and you want your people to be like that.
What do you mean, your people?
Well, his wife, you know,
And your new
her wife is PB Smooth's best friend.
TNT champion.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No, it's Cody.
Cody
Cody Rhodes is your first inaugural TNT champion.
Hi, Drucifer. I ordered a road from home tank top.
He'd wear it, but he's rolling photos and such. you know?
No, it didn't come in the mail either yet because I
Oh.
ordered it like 2 days ago.
It's been 1 week.
No, it's been 2 days. I just
Oh,
said.
okay. How many shots?
I would give this 3.5 shots.
Yeah, I was thinking 3.5.
3 shots.
Oh, wait, hold on. What did Joe said something?
Just it's
Cody met the only non-sound clouded rapper that made more questionable tattoo decisions than he has in the shape of Mike Tyson.
Wait. Wait. Now I'm confused. Are we talking shit about Mike Tyson's tattoos? Or are we talking shit about Lance Archer's tattoos?
Yes.
All of them.
Because I'm down with all these kids and their tattoos, man.
Even Cody's?
Takashi
Yeah.
6ix9ine.
No, I'm not.
Stupid.
Got a lot going on.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Drucifer.
All right, let's move on.
Let's just keep going.
So the next match was the Chris Statlander and Penelope Ford.
And
Penelope.
Penelope.
Sorry, Penelope Ford. Boy.
I don't have any 4 days.
That
I
was-
didn't have any at the gas station.
It was pretty.
It was a match.
It was a great dynamite match.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's honestly a great way to put it.
It was a good match for Dynamite, a stellar match for Dark, a regular match for a pay-per-view.
But I see they're making do after the Britt Baker
Do.
injury. And I'm glad they actually went over what it is and what to expect from a return time.
The
And fact-
patient is worse than the injury.
Yeah. So that made it so much more enjoyable.
You know
Not the
me.
fact that she's hurt, but
I'm
they're
a-
addressing it.
Big fan of the super super bad Death Squad, so I had
Oh yeah.
to root for
With
my girl.
Kip coming
Penelope.
out in crutches and shit. Just
That was
you're weird. It's fucking great. Yep. Nope. I don't care though. I didn't pay much attention during
2
this match.
shots.
I give it 2.5 shots.
I'll give it
shots.
1.5 shots.
Okay.
Moving
All over the
on.
board. Okay.
O train.
So, Dustin Rhodes versus Sean Spears.
It was a great dark match.
Yeah, it was barely a match. It was a pretty good dark match.
Slobber knocker.
When Sean Spears had Tully Blanchard on his underwear, I just loved that.
Oh, I forgot.
I believe you.
It is the head on
Tully.
his head on his
Head of Tully
underpacker
on
right
his
there.
under-
I thought we
undergarments.
were over bra and panty matches in 2020.
Listen, if you get Tully Blanchard in a bra and panty match, that's another fucking story right there.
Calm down, bro.
I'm telling you.
Sounds like a Tuesday
Calm
night
down.
for Tully Blanchard. I don't know what you're talking about.
This happened.
You look like the star of an 80s cop movie right now.
Yeah.
And I look like the main bad guy.
I've been to Miami thrice.
I hate you. Have you?
No, I've never been. To Miami.
What you about to? Never mind.
That's rude.
Never mind.
That is so rude.
Never mind. This match was a match.
I would honestly wouldn't give it a rating. I would.
I wouldn't give it a rating.
I would.
either.
I'd give it. I would give it a.
You just almost
25-cent gumball.
not even a shot. Just a
It was
gumball.
dumb. Like Sean Spears comes out, just all right, guys, I'm ready to fight you, Dustin, and Dustin's music hits, and then oh nah, prank, I got you guys, he ain't coming, and then his music hits again. No, I told you not. And then
Brandy.
PB Smooth's best friend Brandy Rhodes comes out here. And then Dustin just walks behind him and hits him, and then proceeds to beat him like he stole something. I said it was just dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like what Sean Spears is doing.
I
with
like what he's
this
doing, but
heel version of
Very
himself
sick.
right now. He's like very talky, kind of fuck you mentality, but
Mhm.
yeah, it was dumb.
It's something that he's got to really get over, else he's just floating at this point.
Yeah.
Because Sean Spears existed in the other company, and now he's just existing.
Yeah.
But he
It-
hasn't found that relevance.
Yeah, he just needs to find himself, and some people it takes years.
Yeah.
Don't look at me like that. Fuck you. I know who I am.
Who I am inside.
Let's head on over to Hikaru Shida versus Nyla
All
Rose.
right, I'm gonna head up.
I'm gonna head on out.
It
No
was-
DQ.
Got your kendo stick, bitch.
I totally forgot it was no DQ, no count out.
No, we went to
until,
Dairy Point.
like way late in the
For the
match.
AEW women's match.
Correct. Um,
I really enjoyed this match.
It was pretty good.
This was. Oh man, we haven't been doing our predictions, have we?
eh.
Who cares?
I don't
We
even
they already
remember.
know.
It's our life. We do what we want.
It's now or never.
I will say, Underwater over there shouted out the Tifa cosplay from Hikaru
Yeah.
Shida immediately.
As soon as she got in the ring and I saw the suspenders and the skirt, I was like, "That's a Tifa cosplay, bitch!" And
he
lo and
called my
behold-
wife that, and she did not appreciate it.
Yeah.
She loved it.
Well,
Also, he broke the hand towel holder in my bathroom last night. She did not appreciate
I
that
had
either.
nothing to do with that breaking.
Allegedly.
Also, never mind. Never mind. Not talking about that life. Nothing.
So-
We played Jackbox and
Man,
This match, oh wow.
wow.
People hate on Nyla Jax.
Yeah.
Nyla
Wait a
Rose,
second. Pause.
you played yourself, son.
People hate on Nyla Rose. Nyla Rose.
Nyla
That took
Rose.
a
Nyla-
lot to
Yeah,
focus. there.
people hate on Nyla Rose.
Yes.
But honestly, out of all of AEW's women's division, she had the two best women's matches, which was with her and Sheeta last night,
Uh-huh.
and
Rio.
her and Rio versus the title match.
Yes.
So
Agreed.
fuck you, she's great.
Jeff out there saying best Nyla Rose match in AEW.
I
And
agree.
I agree.
I agree with that 100%.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm liking what Nyla's doing now.
Yeah,
I think.
ghetto shit, Nyla. I love it.
It'll get over 100%, honestly.
Yeah. With
I mean,
her,
It's already connecting with some of our audience, so
Got your kendo stick, bitch.
yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
it's
it's
good.
good.
It's good. All right.
So I give this I'd say a 3.25 shots.
I'd say 3.5 shots.
3.5 shots.
And your new AEW Women's Champion.
Santina Morella.
Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. It was actually
It was Hikaru Shida.
Hikaru Shida.
It was great. Someone posted again on our wrestling page. The 5 years ago where it's Hikaru Shida versus Kana
Also known as Oscar.
Asuka.
Yes.
And now 5 years later they're both champions in their respective companies.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. I like it a lot.
So the next one was John Moxley versus Brody Lee for the AEW World Championship. And
you guys had a lot of drinks during this match, didn't you?
Fuck yeah, dog.
yeah, we sure did. It was a pretty good match.
I enjoyed this match.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit going. We drank a lot in this match. Holy
John
fuck,
Moxley nearly killed a man.
dude. John Moxley nearly killed a man.
Like through the ground and everything.
Yeah, that I was a little worried because I couldn't tell if that was a cut, a cut.
Like a cut.
And it was hard to tell where they both landed and how they landed, and that shit scares me.
I mean, they just zoomed in on floating feet. Like,
Get banned on Twitch doing that shit.
yeah. Yikes. But no, this match was really good. I feel like it's not going to be the end of the storyline there because Brody Lee is still here. I feel like Brody's going to step up to Cody eventually. But we already know who John Moxley's next challenger is, and that match will be happening at Fyter Fest. And that is, do you remember?
Kofi Kingston.
Boo! Boo!
Colt Cabana. No, it's Brian Cage.
That's
Yeah.
correct. It is
So,
Brian Cage.
I'm very much. How did we not touch base on the fact that Brian Cage now? Don't touch me. Taz as a manager.
Who I said was your nephew.
I
that's probably
love
true.
Taz.
I love Taz so
I
much.
miss Taz. He used to be my best friend. I ain't talked to him
Wrong
in a while.
guy.
Oh.
No, I feel like Taz will be a fantastic mouthpiece. He's a so
And with the secondary story that could be Taz with and Taz and Brian Cage versus Darby Allin, because Darby Allin refused to have Taz coach him,
Yeah.
and then Brian Cage won the match by yeeting the fuck out of Darby Allin, breaking ladder rungs with his fucking neck. Oh my
That's
god,
true.
that scares
so
me.
that match, whenever that happens, is going to be phenomenal.
Ooh,
That's
yeah,
going to
like
be
a-
main
that's a-
event Dynamite
That's a
eventually.
David and Goliath match.
Yeah,
You betcha.
That's true.
And Goliath's probably going to win it. Not going to lie.
Yeah, probably.
Darby Allin.
Derby Ireland.
What were we talking about? John Moxley, Brody Lee. How many shots?
I would give it a 3.75 shots.
Man, I was thinking 3.75 shots too.
Fucking line up in 3.75 boys.
All right.
And your main event of the evening,
Guys.
Match of the fucking year.
a Stadium Stampede match featuring Matt Hardy and the Elite, consisting of Adam Page, Kenny Omega, Matt and Nick Jackson, versus the Inner Circle, consisting of Chris Jericho, Jake Hager, Sammy Guevara, Santana, and Ortiz. I had a poll up about this.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. What was your poll? We bought a
let's
flagpole today.
Yeah.
What was your poll?
Let's see. People said this match. Most people said this match was amazing.
I
I'm voting in favor of 5 stars.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then your other votes are all in 4 stars.
Oh, okay. So it's 4 or 5 stars, which I would agree to.
All right. There's a whole lot of shit in this match, so let's what comes to mind first when we're talking about it? The fucking entrances of the Inner Circle just being football players?
Which was tight as fuck.
I loved it.
Fuck.
Yeah.
You would think Pro Wrestling T plans on making those jerseys, but they're
What?
not. But they're not.
I want one of those jerseys so bad.
That would be fucking toy.
Yeah.
The Elite just coming out like the Elite does with Matt Hardy, and no Hangman Page.
Tyler Shinley. Hey, bud. How you doing?
Like Tyler Shinley?
Yeah. Yeah. How
Like
you doing?
from
yeah.
church?
Yeah. What's up?
Hi, Tyler.
Former youth pastor.
Yeah.
Oh.
Way back.
Way back.
I was skinny.
Allegedly.
No,
But yeah, wrestling. Entrances were great. Hangman hanging back. He was slow on the giddy up. You know what I'm
Poor
saying?
Sammy Guevara. He just gets chased by anything because Hangman Page coming with a horsey.
With a big old horse.
He came riding on an ass.
Yeah. That's a donkey.
I've been on a couple donkeys myself.
That's a personal choice. Anyway,
He's right over there with Brandon. Open his beer.
he wants his keys.
Yeah.
But no, other things that stand out to me, the pool hall brawl between Jake Hager, Kenny Omega, and Hangman.
So
the bar slide.
We had to drink every time there was a
Foreign
object
introduced.
I went to the bathroom, came back, and I had to drink 10 drinks in a row.
Yeah, that was a great moment for me, just so I could deal all those drinks for you guys.
I ran out of alcohol as soon as they did the bar slide. I was like, I'm just gonna finish what I got.
Another big moment, which I know Stody will agree with me, is the Matt Hardy, the reinvention.
Save that for last, but
Oh, yeah, no,
No.
let's save it for last.
Okay,
let's
we
save it
can.
for last because he wants to touch on it.
Yeah,
comment
that's true.
with it.
Yeah.
So, let's save that for last.
All right.
We also had a drink anytime there was a reference to American football, which, holy shit, were there. Chris Jericho challenging a 2-count Army Edwards.
They did the replay.
it.
You also had to take a drink after if there was a flip, and there's a flip off the goalpost.
And
Goalpost, yep.
which was using football shit, so we had to double drink that.
You got
Drink anytime there was finishers. And holy fuck,
Holy
was there a
fuck,
lot
were
of
there
finishers.
finishers.
the Infinite Tiger
Northern
Suplex,
Lights.
Northern Lights,
Northern
Lights.
Suplex,
Down the whole
and then the
field.
celebratory dance, get a yellow flag
Get a
from
flag
Knox.
for
Excessive-
unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah.
And then he ate a super kick. That made me
Sammy
happy.
Guevara just getting pelted with balls.
Running
then
from another. No, it was Jericho who
Jericho
got
getting pelted with balls, and then Hangman just coming over, putting lines.
Oh yeah, with the line marker.
Let's see. What
Sammy
else?
running from
First of
the
all, Dustin,
goal-
I drink White Claw all the time, but I drink hard shit too, and I'll outdrink you any day of the week. You Donald Duck looking fuck.
Yeah, that's probably
That's
true.
my cousin.
Yeah, but Dom will drink him under the table.
And then Sammy Guevara almost, running away from the fucking golf cart.
golf cart.
again.
All of the inner circles laid out. Sammy Guevara is the only one up. He thinks he's won.
I did
and then
it!
you just hear, me.
And just the slow pan behind him, and just
He's
the
like, ah.
Matt and Kenny Omega just in the fucking golf cart.
You
Oh
cannot
my God.
escape. Ah!
So funny.
But that finishing that one wing angel. That finish was incredible. I think.
Shit was crazy.
that was cool.
That
as fuck.
shit
This
was
was Looney Tunes, like
Yeah.
legitimately some Looney Tunes.
Honestly,
shit.
It was some Looney Tunes
I'd give it a full 5.
Ortiz, they all love. Getting taped to a fucking wheelchair.
I was fully prepared for him to be rolled down the stadium steps for that.
I think I was in the bathroom during that.
No, you weren't.
No, you weren't. We talked about
talked
it.
about it.
Forgot. You just forgot.
We talked about it a lot.
Yeah.
You know me, man. You know me, man.
Uh,
So let's talk about this Matt Hardy thing.
Matt Hardy. You start out with Damascus.
Damascus.
You go on.
Yes.
He comes up as classic Matt Hardy.
Team Extreme, Matt Hardy.
And then he goes underwater again. And then Matt Hardy version 2.0 with the information Matt Hardy can hold his breath
the
for
Puerto Ricans could see, by the way.
in 384 seconds. Like, what? Just the evolution of it all.
Yeah.
But the comment being thrown out there by Christopher Brown was, it was a good card, but one thing about Double or Nothing that still pisses me off, and that's a segment with Matt Hardy after what happened with Shad last week. Would have thought Tony Khan would have known better.
I am going to say that has nothing to do with that.
Yeah, honestly-
if you watch storylines, that's the Lake of Reincarnation that has
Yeah.
been around since the Impact days.
Honestly, I gave that no mind. Like, it didn't come to mind at all during the match.
Only way you will think like that is if you think that has anything to do with it is if you already put that in your mindset.
Yeah, that's
That has
fishing.
more to do with storylines, and I think anybody who thinks that is just fishing for heat.
Yeah. The replays. Jeff Johnson wants to know how great were those replays.
The replays,
The instant
were
replays.
so fun.
So entertaining.
I loved every bit of it.
I feel like cinematic matches are a must right now. with the lack of peoples and the way that the AEW and WWE, for the most part, I would say, are having a lot of success.
I was
with
watching
Agreed.
either What Culture or Wrestle Talk, and once one of them equated this to the fight Captain America Civil War, where they just all running at each
I
other.
like
Yeah.
it
And
a
then they
lot.
brought the beginning, and then in the middle, Captain America is doing shit, and then the wrestlers are doing separate shit, and then it all comes to one head. I think that's a great fucking comparison.
And
cool
it's
as fuck.
fantastic. Give your ratings.
Yeah.
How many shots?
5 shots.
5 shots.
6 shots.
Damn, boy.
And that is double or nothing, guys. Don't down it.
And that was double or nothing.
White Claw.
Oh, that's true.
No. I am out. Whatever will I do?
I don't know. Do you have more?
Yeah, he's got more. It's okay. So that's double or nothing.
So that's double or nothing.
I'm very much looking forward to storylines coming this coming week.
If you were to give this pay-per-view an all-around letter grade, what would you give it?
B+.
I was thinking solid B.
I'd give it A- or B.
So-
B+ to A-.
So overall, a very successful. Wow, pay-per-view. Things to still work on, but that's okay. They're still young.
Yeah.
Like to think they're
It's
only
the year anniversary.
right. You're only a year into this, and they're still putting on stellar matches, and they're still growing the fan base and everything like that. Steve, host over at Heel and Face, throwing out comment. Matt wrote on his social media that he imported water from the Lake of Reincarnation when he found out there were swimming pools in the stadium.
That
good.
makes sense. Oh, and we forgot
That's
to
good.
mention Matt's got a new drone.
Neo 1.
Neo 1. Is that a nod to the Matrix? Because
No.
I want it to be.
Neo is typically used in like sci-fi settings to mean new.
I know, but the Matrix. It's real.
The third one wasn't, and we won't talk about it.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't talk about the third one at all. Second one was okay.
I knew you'd go.
Well, I got a product for you to stop coming. Introducing the. Oh wait, never mind. We can't talk about that on here, huh?
Nope.
I
Nope.
remember.
No. All
Nah,
right.
nah, nah. So let's
What's next, Dad?
We've actually that took quite a bit more time than I thought we were gonna
yeah.
go through.
So maybe do we need to catch up?
I don't think we need to.
I mean,
I
there's
did
only.
the hot chip challenge,
Oh yeah, you did.
and you said you had personal questions for him.
Oh yeah, I do. I have one at least.
We can It's our show. We can fucking do this.
All right.
All
So how's your tongue? Is it still? Well, how'd it go?
Tell us, regale us with the tale.
So what's the chip called? Packy?
The Packy chip.
Packy chips?
Yep.
The Packy Sands. Anyways, my buddy, look up the Facebook page, Please Feed the Bear. He goes around at local places eating food, and
Yeah.
he found this chip for money that I didn't ask. Anyways, it's really hot. It was all black chip. And I put it in my mouth, and my only tip was to chew it and make sure you get all chewed before you swallow it, because you don't want that dust in your lungs.
Right.
So I chewed it, and it hit instantly. Like, I was sweating, tears falling out. My buddy Ted, who is the bear, Please Feed the Bear, he didn't talk for like the first 6 minutes.
Yeah. No. As a viewer, I watched this happen on the Facebook lives and such. Nothing brought me more joy than just young custodian just out of nowhere. Oh!
Oh yeah, I got shirtless.
There was a lot of that.
Yeah.
Oh!
Apparently, my lips were swollen. My face was 4 different kinds of black in person, if you could see. Also, we had the added rule: first person to drink in 10 minutes gets hit with a kendo stick. If you see my videos, I don't give a fuck about that. But I didn't drink just because I wanted to win. We both won, but I still got hit because I couldn't leave his fans off in anything.
Yeah.
But a friend of mine bought me a shot of Hennessy for afterward because they say alcohol is best to offset spicy foods. I didn't even drink the Hennessy. I gave it away. I just couldn't. And I don't give away Hennessy, especially free Hennessy. I just couldn't drink it.
Yeah,
And
he's black.
oh, my button was on fire that night. Boop. I had a spicy
Oh, yeah.
button. And I would not recommend it to anybody.
If I'm not, I believe
I
it's,
hallucinated.
The chip is covered in Carolina Reaper powder, if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yes, I hallucinated. And
Yikes.
but like it didn't give me heartburn or anything, and like it was taste wise, it was a good chip. It just was too much heat for your boy.
Too pricey.
So, and that's the interesting thing that I find is that with the actual Reaper, if you eat it at a restaurant, you have to sign a waiver because
Yeah,
some people have
disclosure.
had heartburn so bad it killed them.
I'm stronger than you guys.
Yeah.
My hands stronger. Is that all you got?
I ordered new books online too.
Yeah.
Bunch of new books.
I ordered Titus O'Neill's "There's No Such Thing as a Bad Kid,"
Yeah.
and I ordered another translation of Dante's Inferno.
It's very nice. My week's normal. It's whatever. People came to my store. I hated it. It's whatever. I was just more curious about your personal life, Underwaiter, because last week you regaled us with the wonderful story about how you almost killed your date, and then she called you a pussy because you don't open your bottles by hand. I was curious if there was a second date or even a further communication, or if she just ghosted you or anything.
No, we had a second date after that.
Oh,
actually.
okay.
We had our second date was after the show, actually.
Oh, last week.
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Me and Underwater went and had ice cream, and then he's like, "All right, I'm gonna go hang out with Nick Queen." That's his girl's name, Nick Queen.
It's not.
It's not Nick Queen.
No.
It's the waitress. Remember the lady waiter?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Jacob Queen.
No, it's neither one of those, actually.
No.
It was fine. We
Gary.
went to the park. We had a nice time. Fucking, we had drinks.
What?
Did you push her on the
You
swing?
had a nice time. What?
Did you push her on the swing?
Push her off the swing?
What? Wait.
You said you went to the park.
No,
said
we
you
went
had
to
a
the
nice
park
time fucking.
in Columbus. It
The
was
park in Columbus?
Do they have swings
Genoa
there?
Park.
Oh yeah.
No,
that's
they don't
a-
have swings there. It's
They're
just like
fucking
a,
up,
That's
dog.
a nice park.
Yeah, it is. It's right in front of COSI.
Isn't that what they do?
Steven out there watching. Clifton out there watching. Keep watching. Talk about Erlenbach.
I see you in Erlenbach.
So
I forgot what I was gonna ask. He bought me a Mickey's on
Do you
Friday.
know?
It was
park?
fine. We had a
know where-
lovely day. We went and played with her cat. His name is Pax, and he
Pax.
likes laser pointers. But
So underwaiter and lady waiter going on dates.
No, the waitress.
The waitress,
Don't
right?
give her lady waiter yet. I need it to be official before she's lady waiter.
all right,
He's over it. He's over it.
He's so over it. I love
Look
it.
how ready he is.
Oh my goodness,
He's
this
so
is
cute.
this
it's
is
very
so
hot
cool.
in here, man.
You're welcome. All right. So what's next on the docket? Is it the main event time?
Yeah, it's the main event.
Oh, God damn it.
So
Oh, God damn it.
as you know,
There's been a couple of passings this week, more than a couple.
more than a couple.
Before we get it down and dirty, it was Larry
Sonka.
Sonkas. I only had heard that he had passed Friday.
Yeah.
So I didn't hear about how he passed or the circumstance with that.
I think it's a matter of old age, if anything. I
Really?
didn't dig too deep into it. Fantastic sports writer
He's
for
a sports
professional
writer.
wrestling.
He's not one. He was never one to look up any hot takes or anything. He just did it straight down the line.
Yeah.
He's a great writer
Like
and great journalist.
yes.
He was none opinionated like one Meltzer or anything like that.
right.
And
Who's
I always-
Juan Meltzer?
like one Meltzer.
He did. He worked with 411
Yeah.
for some
Yeah,
time.
he's like one of the head
411
writers.
Mania, I believe, is part of their
Yeah.
Yes, and yeah, it sucks.
And first, I with that being said, I want to start with Hannah Kimura,
Mm-hmm.
who I believe passed Friday
It would have been
or Saturday.
It was Saturday when I found out, but it was probably there.
One
Saturday.
second, please.
Because today is Sunday. Time is weird.
Oh, it's actually it was Friday night when I
May
heard about it.
23rd.
Oh. May 20th.
May 23rd, yes, 2020.
So yeah, 4 a.m. yesterday.
I was up Friday night for one
Yeah.
reason or another, and then checked my phone and I just saw a bunch of shit about all that.
Just breaks your heart.
Yeah.
If you don't know, she committed suicide Friday night due to social or cyberbullying.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't know she was on Terrace House.
Yeah,
Terrace
on
Terrace
Netflix.
House on the
I-
Netflix.
I had never even heard of this show.
It's a real show.
I've heard of it.
I never
I've
investigated
never
it.
investigated.
I mean, I don't know if the show will survive after this. We'll
I
see
don't
what
know.
happens. Because the cyberbullying was happening from that show, also stemming from her wrestling. She's a multi-time champ over in Stardom.
Mm-hmm.
And
her mom also a pro wrestler.
Yep.
Kyoko Kimura, known for doing death matches.
Yeah.
As a lady, which is great.
A lot of people saying she did a match. I believe it was Fyter Fest or something like that here in AEW. Saying, "Are you going to come back to AEW?" It's like, no, Stardom is my main priority.
She
in which they
was in the dark match at the Supercard of Honor in
Madison Square
Madison
Garden.
Square Garden.
Yep.
Brody King tweeted out a very sweet tweet about how when he was in Japan, he was contacted to meet up with their family, and they put him up and helped him train. And when he was in an empty arena at Madison Square Garden, taking it all in before the show started, all he heard was Brody, and she came up and gave him a big old hug. And oh boy,
I love the one that Will Ospreay put out.
I was actually going to talk about that.
It's a big one, honestly.
He was at, I believe it was a backstage for a.
It was a Stardom
Backstage
show.
for
B. Priestley being a champion there at the
Yeah.
time. He was just there supporting her, I believe, since they live in Japan now.
Yeah, and he was hanging out backstage and was watching videos on his phone, and she was just around and saw him watching the videos on his phone and just decided
Hey,
she just wanted to
Will,
come hang out.
what you watching?
And by the end, he was like, "Do you have any idea what that video is about?" And she said, "No."
No.
He said, "Why did you stay?" And she said, "I wanted to be next to Osprey." And
oh fuck,
that's what everybody said, man. She just was like that.
when she
Just real.
in like
and-
2005 when she was like 8, she won the Iron Man Heavy Metal Championship in DDT Pro, only to lose it minutes later to her mom.
20 minutes later.
20 minutes later,
Yeah.
and just the Iron that championship is a great championship. Anyways.
It's honestly a better win than Nicholas's with Braun Strowman.
It's a parody of the hardcore title from WWF days, and it's fucking great. And the fact she won it when she was like 8 was great.
So good.
And yeah, we have talked about it on the show a couple times before this. And this is just sad.
It's
And
very
I'm
sad.
It's very
very
sad.
sad. I fucking hate life right now.
I guess, I don't know. There's a lot of people all over the world of former Stardom alumni,
Yeah.
like
Asuka.
Asuka,
Io
Toni
Shirai.
Storm, Io Shirai, Kairi Sane, who
Kyrie Sanes was just heartbreaking to read.
Yeah.
All of this is fucking heartbreaking.
Yeah.
yeah, it really is.
I had to yell at some dude on Facebook last night over it.
Oh, I read that this morning and it made me angry.
Yeah, it
It's-
wasn't great.
The real world sucks sometimes, and
Don't be a dick.
yes,
Just don't be a dick.
it's the number one rule. I mean, I'm going to circle it back to wrestling. Progress announces this right before they even start their show every time. There's only one rule, and that rule is
Don't be a dick.
don't be a dick, and
Don't
it's
be a
that
dick.
easy.
Just don't be a dick. It's that easy.
It's that easy. Oh, we're
And-
gone.
Oh, we broke up.
Your camera broke. I have to reset it.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Anyways, yeah, all I'm saying is don't be a dick. And people will say sticks and stones might break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That's the biggest load of crap. Words
Yeah.
hurt.
Words
and,
still linger.
and if you're one of those motherfuckers that say no such thing as cyberbullying, just fucking turn the TV or turn the phone, turn your laptop,
turn your
whatever
phone
off.
off, yeah.
Shut the fuck up, okay?
Yeah. The comparison is if you crumple up a piece of paper and then put it back out right, it's still,
Still crumpled.
compromised.
It's still crumpled.
Still
So-
You have no idea that. I mean, if you've ever seen her in the ring in any of her interviews, she's got the biggest smile in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always.
Always.
Even
But-
when she was is a heel, she's just full of fucking energy.
Yeah.
But you have no idea what's going on behind closed doors.
You never do. Hey, Justin Roby's watching.
Hey, Justin.
Hi, Justin.
So to close on Hannah, like she always said, everyone's different, everyone's special. That's Tokyo Cyber Squad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Let's talk about Shad. So this one hit me really hard.
Yeah.
If you haven't heard of this,
Strap in.
Shad Gaspard was swimming with his family along the beaches of California.
Yeah.
There were seasonally strong
Riptides.
currents and riptides.
Riptide, yeah.
And it made swimming conditions not great.
True danger. Yeah.
And he was pulled under. He and other swimmers. It wasn't just him and his son. There were other swimmers out there as well. Were all pulled by the riptide. And so when they started, yelling for help and stuff, the lifeguards came and rescued who they could. Shad begged the lifeguard to save his son, who luckily survived. But then Shad was gone in an instant, and wasn't found until that was Sunday night, and I don't think he was found till Wednesday, right?
Tuesday. I want to say
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
And there's been nothing but support everywhere.
Yeah.
That's not true. There have been people talking. People are always going to say things that don't need to be said.
Yeah.
And if you have any if any of us have a quarter of the selflessness that Chad had
Yeah.
in death,
Mm-hmm.
then
A true fucking hero.
a true fucking hero, then the world is better for it.
I mean, he's touched so many lives and all the things that he's done, whether it's the crime time that he did in WWE, whether it's the acting ventures that he went through.
He did the mocap for Kratos on the new God of
That
War.
honestly blew my mind, honestly. I did not know that. And
Funny that there was that little. Did you know that he did this? And he tweeted, "I did know that actually." I'm like, yeah. And all the wrestlers in the nobody has ever said a bad thing about him.
Not
and
at
that
all.
shown today when they were just looking for him before it was announced that they found him. Joey Ryan just tweeted out, "This is a memory thread," and just share all your good memories with the boy.
Yeah,
And
if you want to see some good clips and stories, go to Joey Ryan's page and look for that
What
post
do
on
you-
Twitter.
yeah, and the touching JTG shared a touching text message from January where Shad goes, "If I die tomorrow, just know that I love you and you like my brother." And he goes, "Love you too, no homo." And oh man,
Like-
So
that's the biggest.
what were you
Go
gonna
ahead.
Like, and you think about the moment where Kofi became champion.
And him
And
and MVP.
him and MVP, and you see the genuine reaction of the first African American champion, and it was so genuine,
very
and the love that they had for the sport that is professional wrestling. I mean, they haven't been in the E for so long, yet they were still doing bookings. Like
Yeah.
our friends of the show, PB Smooth and Trey Lamar, were about to have a match with Crime Time at WrestleMania weekend
For the culture.
GCW for the culture, yeah.
and that would have been something.
They did a no ring on GCW with Tony versus Tony Deppen and was it Jimmy Lloyd?
I honestly don't remember.
But it's funny because Shad was going to do a spot where he was going to throw Tony Deppen into the crowd.
Yeah.
And Tony Deppen goes, "Are you sure?" He's like, "No, they'll catch you." And everybody moved except one guy. and
that guy ducked.
And that guy ducked. And Shad just was apologizing the whole time. But hey, shit happens, kid. And it was just like the funniest guy. Always had a smile on his face. And you got any favorite moments of them in the E? Because, I mean, if you were anything like me, you've been watching clips all fucking week.
Yeah,
I've been watching clips all week.
Yeah.
it's a lot to deal with.
I mean, with the Crime Time, you think about the hose sales,
Mm-hmm.
the time they destroyed JBL's limo.
Yeah,
There was before they came and debuted, they were doing their training vignettes,
mm-hmm.
which was them committing crimes. And my favorite one was this Speed, where they went and robbed a smoothie place, and they were doing so good that JTG took time out to flex in front of the camera and shout out his boy Dirty. or when they're being interviewed by, I think, Todd? I don't know who's interviewing. Fuck him. But when they were being interviewed and JTG distracted him while Shad just steals the TV. Or can we talk about Lita's retirement?
Yeah, the wholesale for all
Yeah.
this shit.
and then they sold all of Lita's tights, panties, her sexual favors, and then they're like, well, there's nothing left but Lita's
box.
spacious, empty box. That means vagina.
I was watching an interview they did with an independent guy not too long ago, and JTG said he wanted to tag against Young Bucks
That would be great.
and the Usos.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And Shad said he wanted to tag against Private Party and the Street Profits.
Yeah.
Not because obviously people make that comparison all the time.
Yeah.
He said he doesn't want to wrestle them because the comparison can be made. He wanted to wrestle them because, like, everyone will say he saw something in them and he likes what they're doing and he wants to help them,
Right. He was always willing to build up people.
He was always trying to mentor. I think that's really what his calling was mentoring people.
Yeah.
I have my favorite statement that somebody's put out for this was Killer Cross, Karrion Cross, whatever. I just wanted to read that.
Read it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
He says, this was, I believe this was posted Monday or Tuesday. I want to say Monday evening. It says, I've been going back and forth on posting this all day. I was hoping he'd get back to me before this and laugh at all of us for overreacting or misunderstanding the story that came out. To say that we're all in disbelief over this is an understatement. I'm not a social media or public grievance person, so I'd rather tell you all who Shad was to me. Shad could make you do anything he wanted. He could make you laugh. He could inspire you. He could light a fire under your ass. He could make you feel silly or even make you want to be silly. He was a big brother figure to everybody in the room. Above all things, he could make anybody and everybody have a good time. He changed the energy of every room he ever walked into. He had a big personality, a big heart, and a big smile. I feel lucky to have met a person like him. He was a very rare breed. And there was never a day I saw them that he didn't make me laugh. As real as it gets.
I fucking hate 2020.
It's the worst. It really is the worst. Do we have anything in the comments? Stories or anything?
What up, y'all? R.I.P. Shad. Sad, bro.
Yeah.
Well, any final words on this show?
When I was a baby waiter, my mom, remember, I always talk about my mom didn't like me watching WWF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But by the time WWE was around, she really wasn't paying attention anymore. So I would watch Monday Night Raw and all that stuff, and I saw Crime Time, and like I knew what rap music was, but only through people like Eminem and Dre. So
Right.
I didn't really know that kind of like hip hop life, right? So when I saw Crime Time, that's when the gears started turning. Like, should I roll up a pant leg and buy Tim's? Like, I'm a 12-year-old white child. Should I? Like, I just thought they were the coolest fucking guys, man. You could tell, even though they were playing this character, it wasn't like they were playing this character. It's like they really enjoyed
It was them. It was what they
They're
were
having
comfortable
fun.
with.
They just really having fun with all of it.
Yeah.
And they come off as these kind of like, sketchy, steal your wallet kind of guys, but they were brilliant people.
And
Like,
even when they were doing that, they were still the faces.
they were still the
Yeah.
faces. Shad was a Shakespearean actor. They both have companies
Yeah.
like under their name. They could have never wrestled again.
No,
Yeah.
How many people who were in the WWE for like 4 years could say that?
Fun fact, Little Jimmy as R-Truth, that was supposed to be JTG's gimmick. It was JTG's idea.
Really?
Yeah, he talked about it all on Talk is Jericho years ago, and he goes, I'm not gonna say some names, but I had this gimmick where I was supposed to talk to somebody, but I ain't gonna say no names. But his little nephew was there with him. He said, "Hey yo, who in WWE talks so?" He's like, "Oh, you talk about R-Truth? Didn't you make that up?" Like it was the whole thing. So they were like geniuses. I would say this: when Crime Time debuted, was when. So for those who don't know, me and Fresh Voice here, we are blood cousins. And I live a mixed life. And when Crime Time debuted, I lived with him like probably 12 times in my life. When Crime Time debuted, I just was moving out of his crib and moving in to my dad's side, my black side of my family, and I was engulfed in culture like that, and like I wasn't ready for that. And then I was hanging out with my dad, and then seeing this on TV, and it made me realize that is just that's not it's not scripted. This is how people live, and I love it. It's something to be comfortable with. It's not something to hide.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just and they it's it fucking sucks, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks, but I I was even considering whether we should do this segment at all, because I think if it was up to him, he would have rather we just talked about up and coming
Whatever.
people.
Yeah.
But I think he was too inspirational of a person
Yeah.
to not mention. If you want to support Chad's family, you can do so. There's a couple places selling shirts right now. Collar and Elbow is selling a athletic shirt.
That's
called-
going directly to the family.
Everything's going directly to the family. It's called
Pro Wrestling Tees.
Peace. Pro Wrestling Tees.
I
is-
bought the Pro Wrestling Tees one. I think you bought the
Those
Collar and Elbow one.
Everything goes to the family right now.
Yeah.
And
It,
there's a lot of donations coming through. Actually, there was I'm sure you saw this.
Yeah.
There was a $40,000 donation that was made to their family. People assume it was John Cena.
John Cena, Triple H, and Tony Khan gave him $10K.
Yeah. I think
There's tons of rumors of who did what.
I just want to say, I think it's kind of irresponsible for us to make news stories and articles about that 40K probably coming from Cena,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it doesn't matter where it came
Doesn't
from.
matter where it
No.
came from. The fact it went there.
Yeah. I agree.
The fact it went there.
Mick Foley and Triple H are looking into making Shad's TV show Pinfall
Yeah.
a reality. So hopefully we'll get his vision lived on
Yeah.
in that. I think. Do we have anything else?
I would say, do yourself a favor, go back, watch some Nakamura matches, watch some Crime Time matches, and just watch how you treat people, because a simple smile can affect somebody's day and make them the happiest person in the world. You don't know what anybody's going through. I mean, I say a lot of foul shit, but I make sure everybody knows that I love them at the end of the day. So always make sure you smile at somebody, wave at somebody. You might make their day. Don't be a dick.
It's the
Don't be a
small
dick.
things.
Yeah.
It's the small things.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will see you next week on hopefully a less depressing show, supposing 2020 doesn't kick our asses even more.
Yeah. Fuck it.
So, we're out.